Hi there, writers. This video is a instruction video for how to complete the assignment number 15 for week 15 portfolio peer reviews. And this is only for people who are unable to attend in class on your class's regularly scheduled meeting date due to, quarantine or other excused forms of absences. So if that is you, please make sure you have emailed me. I definitely need to hear from you via email so that I know who is attending class and who isn't. And then you can follow these instructions very carefully. Make sure you watch through the entire video so you don't miss anything, because you will only earn points for this if you complete it according to these instructions. So first of all, let's take a look at the week 15 checklist here. On the week 15 checklist, you will see what you should have completed already before we begin this week. So there's reminders there. Your portfolio should be complete and ready. It should include your reflection letter, and it's extremely important that you have gone through for each item on your portfolio, either put it in that same folder and then adjusted the folder sharing settings, or done this for each and every document that will appear on your portfolio, including your reflection letter. So there's a reminder of that. Otherwise, your peer reviewer and me, your grader, won't be able to see any of your documents. Then assignment number 15 is here for you. Now it's extremely important to notice here, highlighted for you, unlike the previous assignments in this class, this assignment is due the day of your class meeting time, not the Friday or over the weekend, right? It is due the day your class meets for class, or the day your group meets for class. So if you are in group A, you must complete your peer review by the end of the day on Monday. If you are in group B, you must complete your peer review by the end of the day on Wednesday. Late assignment number 15s will not be accepted under any circumstances, because your partner, the person that you peer review, has to get that feedback very quickly so that they can take that into consideration before they have to submit their portfolio. So if you delay it, it won't be valuable to the other person. And so it must be completed on time in order to receive points. And keep in mind as well, if you are in class, this does not, none of this applies to you, because we'll be going over these instructions in class, so you do not need to watch this video. So if this does apply to you, I wanted to remind you of the due dates, and then here is what you will need to do to complete that. So of course, you'll watch this all the way through and then complete your assignment number 15. So the first thing you need to do is come here to week 15. And you will open up your group's peer review partner list. So if you are in group A, you will click and open group A. If you are in group B, you will click and open group B. When you open that up, you will see this color-coded partner thing, right? So each little set here will be a peer review partnership, and you will be peer reviewing each other's portfolio. Please note, students in class will sign up here. Since you are not going to be in class, you will scroll down here to students completing peer reviews from home. You will put your name in the first available slot. Please don't choose your partners. Please don't put your name down here. If it's, put it in the first available box on here. So your first and last name will go here. You will put your portfolio URL here, and I will show you how to get that next. Then you will put your UCM student Gmail here, and that's the one with your 3 letters, 5 numbers at ucmo.edu. So now, it is possible that if we don't have an even number, one person will be left here without a partner. I will email you if that applies to you, all right? So I will have someone do a peer review for extra credit or whatever, and I will make sure that you get a peer review if you happen to be sort of the last person standing on this one without a partner signing on. So to get your portfolio URL, make sure you do this exactly. Please follow these instructions to the T. So first you will go to your sites. So I'm clicking up here my waffle. I'm going to my Google Sites to find my portfolio. And again, this should be your complete finished portfolio. I'm going to click here to open it up. I am looking at it, but you can notice it's in edit mode at this point. So you want to go over here to hit publish. Now this isn't going to work for me because I haven't made any changes since the last time I hit that button, but for you, it will ask you, do you want to publish? So just click through. Then you will come down here to the drop down and you will select View Published Site. And this will give you an idea of what your portfolio looks like from other people's perspectives. And you want to navigate to where it says Home. So you do not want to send people to the middle of your portfolio when they click on your URL, right? So you want to make sure you've clicked Home. And then up here, your URL should look something like this. It should not say Edit on the end. It should say Home on the end. Then you grab that URL, edit, copy the URL. And then we'll return to our peer reviewed list. And we'll put our name here. We will paste the URL here. When we hit enter, it will turn into a link. And then you will put your Gmail here. All right, and we need all three of these informations. Now the next person is going to come here. They're going to put their portfolio and their link here. And then you are partners, right? Both the blue people will be partners with each other. You will then go click your partner's link. And that is the portfolio that you will be peer reviewing, right? So you should be able to click through it. You should see their papers here. They should be showing up. Now keep in mind, if they don't show up, that's something that you definitely will be asked to note in your peer review. So once you have your partner's portfolio open, and I'm going to go ahead and delete these so that nobody else comes in and gets confused. Once you have your partner's portfolio open, you will come here to assignment 15. And when you open that up, you will see an extremely thorough peer review with 3 separate sections. It is big, it is thorough because the portfolio is extremely important. And your partner is relying on you to be that second set of eyes to catch anything that needs to be fixed before the portfolio is submitted. Because if they can't see a paper, then I won't be able to see the paper either. So it's extremely important that you take this very seriously and you provide very thorough feedback. Up here on top, you will put your name, and here you will put their name, and you can get that, of course, from the partner sign-up sheet. And then the first section here is asking you to go through and make sure all their papers are there, especially noting if any of the boxes, it's possible that their paper box will just say here, instead of showing their actual paper, it could say, you don't have permission to view this. So if that's true, you definitely need to note that over there for them. So you want to provide thorough feedback in complete sentences like, I can see the reflection paper, but I think it's supposed to go on the home page or the first page. I would move it there. So you can see, like, I've noted what was confusing for me, and then I've noted a way to fix that, right? This one is asking, do you see 3 drafts of paper number 1, and can you see all of them? Can you actually see the text of the papers? You will want to note something like draft number 2 says you do not have permission. And then your suggestion, be sure to adjust the sharing settings on that paper, right? So it's really important that you note for them what they can do to improve. You'll notice in bold, how can the writer improve this paragraph? So pay attention to the bolds and the highlights. Read all the instructions carefully over here. Part 2 is about the reflection letter. So you will read through their reflection letter and do a really thorough peer review. And then part 3 is the overall portfolio design, professionalism, and usability. So it's asking you to look at the color scheme, and overall comments will come here. I do expect, again, this to be thorough in order to earn your points. And once you have finished all the way through, you will return to this. You will grab the student email from here. So you're actually responsible for sharing this assignment with your partner so that they can see it. So you will go up to share and you will add their name here, right? So you can type their name and it should suggest their name to you, and then you'll hit share. And then you will also turn it in to me, right? So you will click turn in up here too. And actually, you may not have the share button. So if it doesn't show up with share for you, just turn it in and I will grade it for you, and then share it with the other person. If it does not allow you to share it, that's okay, as long as you try. All right. So once you have finished that and you've turned in your peer review and attempted to share it with your partner, you want to go ahead back to the checklist. So after peer reviews, then this is what you should do. You want to be checking your email to see when your peer review of your portfolio is shared with you. Review that peer feedback really, really carefully and make any revisions that you need to make. And then if you need to conference with me, you of course can come to my Zoom office hours. So I've reminded you of what those are here. But I've also made available some extra times this week if you need if you need a portfolio conference and my normal office hours don't work for you. They're very limited amounts of time, but they're available. You do, though, need to sign up for these extra hours. So if you want them outside of my office hours, there is a doc available on Classroom. It is called Portfolio Conference Sign-Up Sheet. And when you click that open, you'll be able to see the portfolio extra outside of office hours portfolio times that are available. If you would like to come during my normal office hours, Monday, Wednesday morning, or Monday, Wednesday afternoon, or Friday morning, you do not need to make an appointment for those. Just pop on in anytime as usual. Then before submitting your portfolio, it's really important that you watch the Submitting Your Portfolio video. You can find that here on the final portfolio module. So that walkthrough is short but very important. And you also want to make sure, too many windows open here. You also want to make sure that you have reviewed the original portfolio assignment sheet for reminders on how to submit that email to me. The due dates are here. It's very important that you submit on time. There will be a grade penalty for portfolios that are submitted late because it's the end of the semester and I have to get them graded, and that means they need to be submitted on time and promptly. And then one final reminder, when you email me your portfolio, you will receive a reply from me same day, or if you email it late in the evening, the next morning, so sort of by 10 a.m. If you do not receive that reply from me, I have not received your portfolio, and you need to then immediately check back with me and resubmit again to make sure that it has gone through. Also, please make sure you're emailing me your portfolio from your student Gmail, not a personal Gmail, as I cannot accept student work from a personal email. In fact, let me put a reminder here. Okay, there we go. All right, so that covers week 15's work. Just a reminder one more time, the peer review must be completed by your group's meeting day, by the end of the day, so that your partner gets feedback quickly from you, okay? And they have to have that feedback in order to make the changes they need to make before the portfolio is submitted. So it's very important that you give honest, helpful, prompt feedback. Okay, writers, that's it for this week. Email me if you have any questions about any of this, and of course, please do stop by during office hours via Zoom or sign up for one of those portfolio conferences if you want me to have a detailed look at something about your portfolio. Have a good week. Hope you're all safe and healthy.